How do you get that stuff off? These are just like the little discarded booty flakes. You guys have been asking for it. Here it is, the xTool M1. So I'm kind of excited about this. So this is a laser and a blade cutter, I guess is what you would call it. It seemed like a pretty interesting product. Schmancy! If nothing else, you gotta love xTool's branding and their unboxing experience. We're calling this the first laser processing and blade cutting device. The M1, the xTool M1. Rock and roll! We need to get more Jason in there. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's just so pretty and green.
It's not easy being green.
I also have an air purifier here, a smoke eater, I guess. I can't remember what they call it. The smoke purifier. So we're gonna hook this guy up to it too. All right guys, before we turn the M1 on and see what it can do, I think it's time for Nerd Facts. Why is this stuff so delicious? Why liquid death? So this machine does have a lot of similarities with the xTool D1 10 watt. And as far as I can tell, the laser diode unit in there is almost identical. Looking at a laser spot of 0.08 millimeters by 0.08 millimeters. The carving precision is 0.001 millimeters. And the routing or working speed can go up to 160 millimeters per second. So we're comparing this to the xTool D1, not the Pro. Where we first start seeing differences is in the working area. The working area on the D1 is about 17 by 16 inches or 430 by 400 millimeters, whereas the working area in the xTool M1 is like 15 by 12, so like 385 by 300 millimeters. You can connect to both of them via USB and Wi-Fi. They both work on Windows, Mac OS, Android, and iPhone iOS. For control software, you're gonna be using xTool's proprietary software, XCS, xTool Creative Space. At this time, there is no integration with this laser and Lightburn. Damn gravy. That brings us to the biggest differences between the two machines. As I mentioned before, the working area is smaller, but we are also fully enclosed with this unit. This is kind of hard to see, but there's a camera right here, and when you shut the unit, it takes a picture of the working area. Give you an idea, just drop a sticker in there, close it. If you come over here and you look at Creative Space, it has taken a picture of the bed, and there's our sticker. Oh yeah, we've finished with Nerd Facts, if you guys didn't get that already. Nerd Facts! What the hell was that? That 16 megapixel camera gives you a couple advantages. Like real-time preview, like what I just showed you, like when you shut the lid, takes a picture. There is also a function in here called auto measure. I don't exactly know how that works, but somehow it reads the thickness. I guess it's looking from the distance of the camera to the workspace, possibly. And most of you guys already know what a 10 watt laser is capable of. Like I said, this is comparable to the xTool D1. Instead of doing the normal laser testing I would do, I figured I would show you what else this machine can do that separates it from your average diode laser. The machine comes with two different mats for cutting. This is the fabric grip. I think this is for thicker materials and it's gonna stick a little bit better. And this one is the light grip for basically like your vinyls and things like that. It has a little bit of a film on either side that you're gonna remove. This one's gonna make sure that it's tacky for your material in the machine. It comes with some of these nasty boys. Woo, look at that. Look at the, oh, can you see that point on that? I don't wanna get that in the keister.
I don't wanna get that in the keister.
Not the easiest way to show you, but it goes up in there, little sharp booger. It came with some of this leathery stuff, which I'm not sure if the light grip's gonna hold it well enough, but I figured we'd try it. Sorry for this handheld stuff on the screen. I haven't been able to get my screen recording software to work yet on this machine. So I'm just gonna grab this little cog and then let's put it right there. Let's make it bigger. Laser flat, and we're gonna pull this down to blade cut. We go PU leather, I believe. Frame it All right, we're gonna say framing completed, and then we're gonna hit start. While the M1 is doing its thing, I just wanna take this opportunity to let you guys know that if you're watching this video between November 15th and December 1st, xTool is having their biggest sale of the year, their Black Friday deals. If you've ever been thinking about picking up an xTool D1, an xTool D1 Pro, or an xTool M1, now's the time to do it. Click the link below and go check out their insane savings. All right, as you can see, there's absolutely no cuts in this, so let me figure out what I did wrong. Okay, two things. First of all, this comes out. You push this little nip pile right here, little nip pile on the back, and then you can just drop your blade in, and I'm trying to see, and then once I do that, it's gonna just, it drops it down to where just the tip of the blade is exposed, and then you can put it back in the machine, and it's just magnetically in there. The other thing I did wrong was there's like kind of a lip back here. See this little white triangle, maybe? Can you see it? Of course, it's shrouded in darkness. There's a white triangle back there, trust me. This is where this lines up to. Okay, you can barely see it cut, but when you get in here and start picking at it, here, let me move you up here a little bit. So you can see it. It's definitely cut through. I don't know why these guys are, I think this is just the material. So this looks like it's probably not the best material to cut with this. I don't know if that was the first one I ran. Maybe it was the first one I ran. Maybe it did cut through and I just didn't realize it. You folks that have lived in Cricut land, how do you get that stuff off? Their shape library has got a ton of stuff in it, so I figured I'd play with it a little bit. And this is crazy, man. I can see it, but it's barely there. There's centerpieces. But check that out. Okay, so here's our little like sticker, right? Boop, and put that right there. But it didn't even cut through the paper. It just cut through the vinyl. That's very cool. I bet you're wondering what's in here. You know why I get xTool selected boxes like this? These interesting little mystery boxes? That's right, it's because of my patrons. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you, you, not you, because I don't know who you are. What? How'd you get in here? And you. And especially my Boilermaker or top of tier patrons. Steven Mann, Eric Weiss, Derek Coates, Chuck Faulkner, Andy the Viking, Todd Stewart, Jason Ayers, Reed Means, the Adirondack guy, Tina, Derek Steele, and Voltage. Cheers. So good. All right, this next feature is crazy. It's kind of in its infancy and it's only gonna get better, but I think this is the coolest thing, especially if you want to start getting your kids into working with lasers. This is just a really neat feature. Here I have a picture drawn by my daughter. Observe. Okay, now I close it, and as you recall, XCS will take a picture of it. So check it out. There is, here, let me try to get you less of a glare here. So there's the same picture, right? You can come over here to this tool right here that says extract. Click it, you go to save, and then we sharpen it a bit. Here to the xTool selected box, right? This is xTool M1 Premium Material Package, baby. Open it up, grab myself a little bit of walnut out of here. That looks good, right? Little wally wall. Okay, so I had to crop the image a little bit, but now we're gonna just take it, we're gonna put it on our walnut, and then we're gonna hit engrave. And while that thing's doing its thing, we're gonna turn on the old smoke extractor here, because walnut, as we all know, makes a stinky stink. Okay, so check out how cool that is, man. So good. So good. And this batch mode feature might be the coolest thing this thing does that I've discovered so far. So I just randomly threw a bunch of these little tags in there, and then we're gonna close it, wait for the beep, and then of course now we're over here with a shot of our work bed. So I've imported my logo into XCS, and now I'm just gonna place it on one of these tags. So now that I've placed it on one of these tags, I'm gonna select it. I'm gonna come up here to Smart Fill, click that, and then bam. it places it on every one of those tags, trying to get the same orientation and whatnot. Now you can go in here and manipulate these individual ones. Obviously this one's upside down, but it gets them pretty dang close. And then you just need to tweak them a little bit from there. And the whole time this thing has been engraving on wood. I've had this running at max, but I can't smell any burning wood or anything in the shop like I normally would. Even when I do walnut, like on the CO2 lasers, I can smell that a little bit coming like through the vent. So this thing's sucking pretty good. It sucks like your mama. Really good. Ooh. Bro, how cool is that? I mean, they're not all on center because I did it really quickly, but I mean, that batch is out quick. Hoo-hoo! So overall, initial thoughts on the M1 are, it's pretty badass, I gotta say. So we're gonna do some more testing on it and we'll have a couple more videos coming out, but if you want some more lasery goodness right now, check out this video right here.